Okay, so let's look at semiconductors. So there are two types of semiconductors. First is intrinsic, which is the purest one. There are no impurity means, okay, inside the intrinsic semiconductor, and there is one called extrinsic, which will have the impurity. Okay, we will see both of them. Just a brief overview. So usually semiconductors are different elements in periodic table. You have seen. Uh, we usually mostly use silicon because it's cheap and it's easily available. Okay, mostly we use germanium and silicon rather than arsenic and sorry, that they are just impurities. We used these two as a semiconductor, uh, and out of these two we use silicon since it is cheap and easily available. Okay, so silicon structure will look something like this. Okay, there will be a central atom, and it has 4 valence electrons at the outermost shell, these 1 2 3 4, and they will make covalent bonds. They will make covalent bonds with their other silicon atoms. Okay, that's how the arrangement of silicon will look like to you. So this dot is because of this guy, and this dot is because of this guy. They both made a covalent bond. Okay, that's how the structure holds for silicon. Now this is at 0 degree Kelvin, and there are lot of silicon atoms which are connected in this fashion. Now once you apply T is equal to 300 degree Kelvin, some room temperature you will apply. What change you will see in the arrangement? Bonds will break, covalent bond will break, and it will generate one free electron and one hole. Important thing is, in intrinsic semiconductor, the heat energy what you are applying here through temperature, they will consume the heat energy and they will break the covalent bond. When the covalent bond will break, what as a resultant, what we'll get? One free electron, one hole. Okay, the number of holes and electrons will be equal because a covalent bond breaks and it will generate equal number of holes and electrons. Okay, so you can see here equal number of holes and electrons will be generated. Likewise, there will be more number of electrons and hole pairs generated. Let's say here also it has been generated, one hole, one electron. Just I am giving you a scenario. It will be generated in a huge amount. Once you apply more temperature, you will get equal number of holes and electrons. There will be huge. Okay, what we write here is N equal to P is equal to Ni. These are concentration, not numbers. N concentration is for electron, P concentration is for holes, and they both will be equal, and we write it equal to Ni, which is intrinsic concentration. What do I mean by concentration? It's a number of holes or electrons per unit volume. Number of electrons or holes per unit volume. Okay, so that you will get a clear picture that you consider a unit volume, and inside that how many electrons and holes are there, count it. That's how you can imagine. Okay, that is what it means, the concentration. They are not numbers, they are numbers per unit volume. Okay, so once you apply heat, you can easily get free electrons and holes. Okay, so this is as if you are applying some we have seen in the band diagram, you are applying the energy and the electrons and holes are available in the conduction band. Electrons are in conduction band and holes are in valence band. Okay, so that's how you can imagine, and you want to connect to the previous video. So that is how the intrinsic semiconductor looks like. Okay, now we will see the extrinsic semiconductor, which is more useful for us for PN junction and PN junction diode. Okay,